Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gyle here, and welcome back to the Forged Alliance Forever promotional series. Now, there is a question that has bothered scientists, philosophers, and religious leaders alike since almost the dawn of human history. And that question is, what happens when you get two teams of 7 people on a 5-kilometer map and get them to engage in massive robotic metal mayhem? Well, we're about to find out. And to make it a little bit more interesting, it's going to be an eclectic mix of average Joes and pros in today's game, smattered across both teams, and it's going to go down on Summer Duel 8v8. Yes, there is such a thing. How utterly ridiculous. I'm ready, you guys are ready, and the players are sure as hell ready. Well, let's go on over to the game zone and see how they're going to get on. Ching, ka-ching. Instant loading, always a good omen. Let's check out our teams. I've moved it down to -4 sim speed just so we can get these introductions in, because you know this is going to kick off quick. This is Team 1 over here on the left. This is Team 2 over here on the right. Going first for Team 1, Town Noob in Seraphim. Combat Green opening first land. To his southeast, we've got Misthrals going Cybran in Burgundy Red opening first land. Team member number 3 to the southwest, it's Late in Elephantine Grey, another Seraphim in first land for him. Team member number 4, Glyph, going UEF in Hallie Orange opening first land. Last but not least for the back row, it's Kaverick, another UEF in Fabulous Vivacious Violet opening first land. And the Brave Boys on the front row, Glob going UEF in Pontiff White, going first land, and Azrock also going UEF, making sense there in Regal Purple, opening first land. If you're new to the game and wondering why it makes sense, UEF factional bonuses are more tanky, defensive team. They have little extra hit points on their units and have slightly better point defense than most, so that's why it makes sense. Let's check out Team 2. Uzi over here in Baby Blue, going Seraphim, opening first land. To the southwest there, Boomstick Juicy, the winner of this week's Amusing Name Award. Hopefully he dies early on so I don't have to keep saying that, but it's actually kind of amazing. Hopefully he doesn't. But he's going Breast Cancer Awareness Pink and going UEF. Team member number 3, Plasma Wolf in Mellow Yellow, opening first land, going Seraphim. Team member number 4, Lord DeWolsey, going Cybran in Electric Blue, opening first land. Team member number 5, last for the back row for Team 2 in Cyanide Cyan, another UEF, going first land. It's Mickey's. It's Mike's maybe. Mike's. I guess the 3 is supposed to be an E. Is that right? It looks like it. And next up, Brave Boys on the front row. JJ King 420 in Ferrari Red, going Cybran, opening first land. And last but not least, my good friend and fellow caster Brinko Insanity in Lime Green, going Aeon, opening first land. The only Aeon of the day, it looks like. So there we have it. I've turned Bloom down because there's going to be a lot of comm explosions in this one. It's going to be hard to see what's going on. Hopefully it will make it a little easier to tell. Apologies if it doesn't look quite as pretty. Game ranges in terms of player rating from a bottom Lord DeWolsey at 800 up to 1600's Plasma Wolf there. Azrock and Brinko Insanity and stuff like that. Might be one or two others. And there we have it. So game about to kick off, and it's going to start there with Team 1 being aggressive. Glob and Azrock engaging on JJ King. This is going to kick off real quick. Blink and you'll miss it. Already losing a mechs there thanks to the artillery being brought in there by Azrock. And both of these guys focusing down JJ King as quickly as possible. Brink, recognizing the danger, is going to pull his comm into the fight. And we've also got movement there from Plasma Wolf and Lord DeWolsey, recognizing the threat from the boys on Team 1, wasting no time. These two brutalizing UEF ACUs, hoping to get an early comm kill. I'm guessing that is their tactic. We are getting forward movement as well in the backfield from Team 1 from Late, and on the top row there from Town Noob. Everybody else seems to be pretty static in their base on both sides. Boomstick Juicy, though, joining the fray in from the right. And now it's a 3v1 against Azrock as Lord DeWolsey and Plasma Wolf get into range. Azrock already into the yellow, 7,600 hit points and falling there. Boomstick Juicy focusing in on him as well. Meanwhile, Brinko Insanity and Glob going toe-to-toe. Glob into the yellow, 8,100 hit points there. A cheeky little distance build there of a land factory trying to cut off the retreat for Azrock, but Azrock isn't going that way anyway. He is pushing deeper. I think he knows he's going to fall here, wants his comm explosion to inflict maximum damage. Not that it does that much in FAF's setup anyway, but he's going to go down inside 2.5 minutes, deep into the red, 400 hit points left. Boom! On the nose of 2.5 minutes. Team 1 go a player down. It might sound critical, but when you've got 6 others, anything could happen, believe me. More aggression from Team 1 on the top row. Town Noob engaging or at least advancing on Uzi's position. Uzi's going to get an upgrade on his comm, 30% done there. He's going for speed and range. That will allow him to dramatically out-muscle Tau Noob, who's advancing on that position. Can't seem to get an engineer kill to save his life. Eventually manages to pick it up once the pesky land isn't getting in the way. What's happened to JJ King? He's dropped back here, going to get some P-gens up in the safety of the shadow of Plasma Wolf's base. Plasma Wolf essentially swapping hands, going to move forward and take over the former base. JJ King about to lose his land factory there thanks to some Lobo shelling. We've got forward pressure from the Zuis now, from Plasma Wolf, sorry, as well. They're going to engage one lone artillery piece that was harassing Brink's base over from the ridge. Where are we at for that upgrade as Tau Noob reaches the main base of Uzi's there? He's about 96, 97% done. He's already backing away. He recognizes the threat. Uzi completes upgraded gun, and he is going to go on a rampage now and force Tau Noob all of the way home, you would imagine. Late with a forward land factory getting bombarded by some fervors there from Brinko Insanity. Glob still badly damaged from the opening exchange, shadowing Lake's position nearby. What's happening on the bottom row? Absolutely nothing for the time being. Kaverick and Mike's pretty much on their side of the map still. We have got a Zeph amp on board Mike's comm now. Nano repair upgrade on the way for Glyph. Never mentioned actually, gain quality at 92% on this one, guys, so it's pretty much what we consider to be a balanced game. Say that a lot. These guys make efforts to make their games balanced. Handy aspect of FAF's lobby system. Buttons of auto balance and team matching. But Mistfalls with the upgraded gun and stealth on board his comm now. Focusing in on Boomstick Juicy, who's going to retreat. And then switching up to Brinko Insanity when Boomstick drops out of range. A lot of extra damage. Brink focusing in on late. Can't focus in on the Cybran comm though because of that stealth. If you're wondering what that looks like,
under attack.
When he drops out of visual range, he doesn't get the radar signature, making life very difficult. And with the upgraded gun on the Cybran comm, he can stay out of visual range if he micros it well. What's going on down on the bottom row? Mike's has taken a lot of damage, as has Kaverick. Kaverick into the red, 2,200 hit points there. It's Zeph amp against Zeph amp. Kaverick taking overcharges as well. 500 hit points, 300 hit points, 100, and it's a draw between those two on the bottom row. One scalp apiece between both these teams on the south section of the map. There goes all of their units. Mithral's now taking a bit of a battering from Brink. Must have had visual range from that fervor. My goodness, what an opening. Absolute bedlam. Glob getting an upgrade on his comm. Wouldn't be surprised if that's T2. Get some HP back. Maybe start a bit of a point defense creep. T1 bomber over the top from Plasma Wolf, going after the already damaged T1 P-gens there for Glyph. How's his power doing? Just about keeping his head above water thanks to that hydrocarbon. But now Mr. finds himself in trouble, but Brink might go down first. It's another draw in the middle. Brink and Mr. picking each other off. Another two bow out. Still very, very even. Uzi's pushed Tau all the way back. And now is even less presence up here to contain him with the vacation of that position. Trying to make sure I don't miss any con kills here. It's no easy task, believe you me. JJ King has repped up nicely, and now he's got stealth and gun potentially coming to cause problems for Glyph, who absorbs a T1 bomber hit. Has another one of Plasma Wolf's aircraft flies overhead, and another. That one does get shot down though. Upgrade on the way for Boomstick Juicy. Could do a lot worse than to complete a T2 upgrade. Glyph advancing heavily here. Maybe he's just bored of life, I don't know, but after what's been going on, you'd think they would have learned to play a little bit more carefully. Lord Duel, though, up on the ridge, just balls out, building point defense, unfortunately in range of late. Gets it online for a little while. It's going to take down the two Lobos there for Glyph. And Glyph now absorbing T1 PD fire as well. Glyph about to go into the red. 3,400 hit points there. How's Uzi doing? Well, he is up in Town Noob's business, just dismantling his base. Town Noob down here with Glob, but they are trying to cut Uzi off. If they get in here 2v1, they might be able to get a kill there, but the bases for Town Noob will be in tatters. Glyph on 3,100 pulls out late on about 50% health. 6,300 there. Dueling away, duking with JJ King. Can't get consistent fire on him though because of that pesky stealth upgrade. And Lord Duel just stacking the point defense up on the top, and he's gone for T2 Engineering Suite. So that's going to be the first real solid defenses up on the ridge. And look at the range he's got suddenly with the Cerberus turret. Going to start battering down those Lobos. Can he hold on to these? Will those Lobos finish off most of them? Gets to keep 3 of the T1s. A couple of them badly damaged though. Let's check in on the top row to see what's going on there. Uzi cornered by Glob into the red. 2,800 hit points there. Glob needs to continue to chase. There's surely a com kill in it for him here. Uzi backing away. 2,000 hit points and falling. We've got reinforcements coming in from Town Noob from these tanks. Seem to be circling though and not committing. Lovely little engineer interference there, blocking Glob's position with another factory build, slowing him up. Uzi running away, 500 hit points left. In come those tanks from Town Noob. It's time for some payback. And down he goes inside 10 minutes. No idea where we are on player count right now. We'll just have to stick with it and hope it calms down at some point. No guarantee of that though. Jester out the bottom there for Lord Duel. JJ King advancing forward, taking down a T2 point defense there belonging to late. It's all about trying to draw some kind of front line now and slow the pace of this down, but the amount of ACU pressure is just relentless. JJ King getting double teamed for a moment there. Trouble is they can't keep the pressure on him every time he drips out of range. Not much he can do about it. Plasma Wolf still harassing with air units, as well as that Jester from Lord Duel. Glob, the brunt of this air attack being borne by him. Town Noob producing ISLs. Mobile T1 anti-air trying to contend with these bombers and that Jester. I think they should be able to manage it. No more casualties on the front line as yet, but more pressure from Plasma Wolf, this time via the bottom, coming in towards Glob's base. And then going to back away, and finally the game's starting to calm down. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty even in terms of player count, not even in terms of mass production, it would seem. Team 2 with a massive advantage, and they do seem to hold more of the map as well. They hold the lion's share of that central section. No surprises, they're doing a little bit better. Plasma Wolf getting work done though with these T1 bombers, continuing to thin out these packs of units when they club together. Late desperately trying to get some kind of front line online, preferably the other side of all of these mass points so he can bring them back. Trouble is, we've got Lord Duel sat up here on the ridge who's happily building fortifications, and they can't get any closer than that without drawing Cerberus turret fire, and he's now got a Gunther T2 static artillery installation online and working on a second. This is now an uphill struggle for Team 1. Boomstick Juicy bringing the pressure once again. A little bit of a coverage from Parashield of Glyphs, protecting Glob's comm. Got to find a way to push Team 2 back so they can grab these other 8 mexes. In many other games that wouldn't seem essential, but on a map like this where the amount of mass is small, it's absolutely vital. How's that going to go? That's going to take out the Hydro. That volatile explosion of the energy storage going up. Collateral damage always welcome. Oh, JJ King goes down at the front, taken down by Glob, but Glob looks like he might be about to follow soon after. I knew I was going to miss one at one point or another. Absorbing Cerberus turret fire as well, but he gets the kill on Boomstick Juicy. So it's a two for one. And I think Team 1 will be happy with that exchange. It is now Plasma Wolf and Lord Duel, one of the top rated players and the bottom rated player in this game, for Team 2 versus Team 1. Plasma Wolf, I was about to say Plasma Wolf is going to have to carry hard, but actually Lord Duel not playing badly at all, utilizing his defensive capabilities very well. Lape, oh my goodness me, Lape getting out of there on 150 odd hit points. There are still Gunthers over here to worry about. One or two of those could cause a problem for him. And we've got attack pings going out down on the comm, asking for just that. Oof. Parashield of Glyphs being dispatched to cover late. Sensible decision making all round on that one. And now we've got some T2 on the field. Better flak batteries in the form of the Iosheva there. Just wiping out the T1 gunships as they fly overhead. The tech mismatch is very real in such situations. So 3v2. And where are we at? Team 2 still ahead on eco. 80 to 54. And this is exactly the right play. Counter the forward position with mobile missile launchers. We do have zappers up here though. And they're just about keeping up with it. A couple of missiles are getting through. Lord Duel that could do a lot worse than to get a couple more zappers up. Looks like he might be moving into position to do just that. Jester's up front, trying to take down some mobile missile launchers, but now, like we said, the aforementioned Ioshevas tear through those T1 aircraft. And finally, that air harassment that's played well for Team 2, faring less well. 15 minutes down in this one. Absolute bedlam. Tau Noob advancing with his comm. He's now got the nano upgrade and gun. So that is a dangerous looking ACU. If you can keep your ACU alive, this is the sort of map where those sorts of upgrades are absolutely invaluable. He could wreck some face now, and that looks like what he intends to do. Advancing on Plasma Wolf's position. He's got some T1 anti-air. He'd love an Iosheva in there, I'm sure. But none coming his way from Lape for the time being. And we're getting a nano repair upgrade on the way for Plasma Wolf as well. 38% done there. He already has gun. That will put him on parity with Tau Noob. The question is, how much damage can Tau inflict before that upgrade is finished? It's at 55% and climbing. Tau Noob advancing on Plasma Wolf's base, taking down one mechs after the other. Boomstick Juicy's old base up here has been reclaimed by Plasma Wolf. He's even got T2 mexes up there, but they're now taking Zui ranged artillery fire. So that's going to go down. T1 point defense being pinged helpfully by fellow teammates, and in comes Plasma Wolf now with that matching set of upgrades. Tau Noob dropping back Oh, Corsairs in from Lord Duelzy, who's upgraded his air production to T2. Fighter bombers brought in. Just the one, though. Badly damaged on that first pass. 21 hit points left. Tau Noob stepping up the pressure on that top side, drawing a lot of resources from Team 2. Glyph and Lape really need to take this time to engage, but they've got incoming artillery fire from the ridge. They now have 1, 2, 3 operational Gunthers and tons of Zappers. Zappers out of the wazoo. Yes, that is the real name for it. That's an official term. And apologies if you can hear my dog barking in the background. He's very upset about the way Trump's doing in the polls. Shredded his MAGA hat this morning. He's all over the kitchen. No accounting for taste. That's not political. I'm 100% neutral on your election, by the way. For any Americans watching. Plasma Wolf and Tau Noob going toe-to-toe. Plasma Wolf focusing in on the spam initially. Tau Noob trying to take HP off, but wandering into that T1 PD that is still alive. 68 hit points over here. Tau Noob sees the attack ping, turns to take it out, and then gets to work on other units inside the base. If he can get some T1 spam, especially Zooey's in here to cause the damage, then he might just be okay. We've also got a major Lobo push coming in from the south side of Lord Duelzy's base. Tau Noob and Plasma Wolf taking forever with these tanky comms to chew through each other. 82 hit points, a second regen for Plasma Wolf. Tau Noob on 88 because he's got an extra rank in veterancy. Tau Noob now with 68 kills, Plasma Wolf with 40. Just gutsy ACU play right to the very end. And now Lape has come forward and is bearing the brunt of the Cerberus turrets. He is managing to hit them, should be able to take 1 or 2 down. Overcharges the left one, but then the pesky cliff edge gets into seeded into the range of his ACU. Lord Duelzy trying to rep his last Cerberus turret on the ridge. Late dodging incoming Viper missiles. Corsairs for Duelzy. Or Duelwozy, as I've been mispronouncing it the entire game. Apologies to you, sir, who really is playing out of his skin for an 800. Late trying to take down T1 PDs as quickly as they're being re-erected. There's nothing more scary than a re-erection. Tactical missile battery back at base, lobbing shells in through the center. And he's found a route in through the tactical missile defense. Doesn't manage to make it, though, to the vulnerable T2 mexes. Don't know how he misses that exactly. This is hilarious. These two guys just don't have the firepower to eat through that chunky regen, constantly having to be interrupted to take out the incoming T1 spam. It's allowing them respites to rep back up. Tau Noob back into the yellow. 11,500 hit points on the comm. But now Lape advancing, a similar looking Seraphim Commander, gun upgrades. And nano repair. 69 kills for him. It's just insane. And Glyph now advancing on the southern position. Lord DeWolsey just building Cerberus turrets everywhere, not wanting to advance, wanting to secure. Is there a route through for Glyph? Could do with now as a transport, just a drop off in the backfield, but check this out. Notha fighter bombers over the top from Lape. And that's a T2 land headquarters that's down for Lord Dulwozi. Town Noob still not doing too badly, but that's because everything's shifted onto Lape and he's going to go down. Plasma Wolf spam finishing the job. Suddenly it's a 2v2 with Town Noob in very hostile territory, but he is running through Plasma Wolf's base right now with tons of T1. And Glyph's assault failed. He didn't manage to make it past Dulwozi's defenses. Lord Dulwozi has pulled his comm to try and assist Plasma Wolf. He'll want to hang on to that T3 mechs, that's for certain. He's not going to by the looks of things, but he might just scout Tal Noob instead. He'll be happy with that exchange. Tal Noob urgently needs a ranking vet, but there's no spam coming his way. He just needs to withdraw now. Plasma Wolf backing away. T3 mechs did go down. Just wow. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. 24 minutes. Think how these guys must feel. $4,000 hit points back on Town Noob's comm as he withdraws. Plasma Wolf had an opportunity for a kill there. I don't know why he didn't go for it. Did a lot of damage here in Plasma Wolf's base. Crippled his resourcing compared to where it was. But all of this pressure means Team 1 have not been upgrading their own positions, their own economy. And all of this time, of course, these Gunthers on the ridge for Dulwozi have been picking holes in the infrastructure here for Glyph. Give you an idea of what he can hit with those. Everything inside that yellow line. Lovely place for a little bit of artillery. T2 factory up and running for Town Noob. We've got a couple of Ilshiva assault bots. This does escalate things somewhat over here for Plasma Wolf, but he is determined now to inflict some pain. Some payback is advancing. He's got T2 himself now. Ilshiva's joining the comm, more or less, still a ways back. Town Noob bringing his commander back, deciding he doesn't want to risk losing the land factory if he can avoid it. Don't know if he's got a choice in the matter, quite frankly. Now mass points for Town Noob under assault from those artillery emplacements. Plasma Wolf returning to base. RTB, like brave Sir Robin. It's not running away. It clearly isn't running away when you're at this level. He's repositioning, and sensibly so. point defenses going up in the base. This is who they really want to keep the pressure on. Plasma Wolf, 1600. So it's a 1600 and an 800 versus a 1300 and a 1200. They really need to keep Plasma Wolf contained as best they can. Trouble is Lord Derwozy is actually getting stuff done. You look at the stats, it's like, well, that's all well and good, but he's up to T3 now. Building a T2 reactor next to it. Bit of adjacency, he's got a shield on the way. Now, if we start seeing the emergence of bricks on the field, that could be a serious hiccup in the life expectancy of the members of Team 1. Actually surprised the game has gone on this long. Started off as raucous as you would expect. These last few players still in it to win it. And I love that it's a 2v2. Now Viper's rolling up to the front of Glyph's base. Launching some missiles before returning. Not actually lobbing them at the base though, but going after the engineers instead. Just drifting back a bit. Getting to range, but the missile trajectories are on the flight path. Too close to the buzz kills, the shielded buzz kills, but some of them are making it through to damage that T2 land headquarters of Glyphs. Oh my god. And there's the brick. It was only a matter of time. Still won't want to get tangled up into an encounter with the ACU. One quick overcharge and that'll be the end of the brick. Needs more of them before that, but it will tie up Glyph's comm. Especially awkward if bricks start attacking on two sides at once. But the Vipers have taken down the land factory. And that's the last land factory that Glyph has. He's got no other way to produce units now, let alone T2 units. This is looking really bad for Team 1. Tau Noob needs to have a dramatic win up the top somehow, but it doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon. Plasma Wolf at full health with that comm. We've already seen the struggles these two Seraphim comms have trying to chew through that tank, and now there's a bunch of point defense going up here as well, completely sealing off the advance for Tau Noob, and Glyph is just royally muted. Base in tatters. He's got an air factory left, but for how long? About to lose his power production and his energy storage. No more overcharges for you, sir. And soon no more buildy of anything. Glyph with one pillar left. Not even that. Eats a Gunther shell. Cerberus turrets up here. This is a fortified position. We've got bricks lying in wait. And his base is gone. Plasma Wolf now in place with an Ilshiva, some Zuis, and about to start, you would imagine, putting pressure on the base of Tau Noob. Tau Noob won't want to relinquish his position up here, but he's not going to breach through here anytime soon. And he's about to lose his main base. And Glyph trying to scoot in around the cliff edge, get out of range of those Cerberus turrets and maybe put some pressure on the backfield, but it's not going to matter. Look at the amount of damage being piled on, and he bows out. It's now 2v1. That entire left side is opened up. You know these bricks are coming around the bottom. It's the worst place to come around. Tau Noob taking a lot of fire. He's surely about to go down as well. 2,800 hit points there. All of the Ilshivas focus in on Plasma Wolf. But Plasma Wolf looking considerably more healthy than Tau Noob, who's also taking T2 point defense fire. But he goes down and takes Plasma Wolf with him, leaving the 800 rated player, Lord Dulwozi, as the last remaining player in the game. How very unforeseeable. Absolutely stunning. Bedlam from start to finish. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I stumbled across that one in the vault last night. And I thought, you know what? I just have to put that one out. And it was a little bit more interesting than some of the other ones that I've been looking at. We do have some tourney coverage a little bit later on. I wanted to get that solid team action in today. And then maybe end of the week, I'm going to upload some coverage from the Lord of the Stars tourney trophy coverage. It's 1v1 goodness, so stay tuned for that. If you want some more goodness in the meantime, though, brand new cast up on Patreon if you haven't seen this week. So go on over there, check it out. It's only $1. It's $1. It's a candy bar, I think. I don't know how much you guys pay for your chocolate over there, or your sweets, or whatever you call it, your candy, but it's not a lot. $12 a year. You know, that's almost a month of Netflix subscription, isn't it? But it's all good. Anyway, guys, until next time, stay well and stay safe. This is Gyle, signing out.